In this problem, we're asked to find an equation that describes the current in the circuit as a function of time. We're given a 2.5 volt power supply. We're given a switch that closes at time 0, a 1/2 ohm resistor, and this large 310 farad capacitor. We've explored this relationship before, where the voltage on the capacitor is a function of time. This curve is described by this equation. One way to think about current is to look at the resistor. We have a fixed voltage here of 2.5 volts after the switch is closed at time 0, and we have a varying voltage here that starts out at 0 volts and increases all the way up to 2.5 volts. We could think of it this way. We have our resistor. On one side we have the source voltage, on the other side we have the capacitor voltage. The current is equal to the source voltage minus the capacitor voltage divided by the resistance. We can substitute this equation here in for voltage on the capacitor. So we end up with Vs minus 1 minus e to negative t over tau. All of that's over R. We'll distribute these two, of course, which leaves us with current is equal to Vs over R multiplied by e to the negative t over tau. Going back to our original circuit, at t equals 0, voltage capacitor is equal to 0. It follows that at t equals 0, the current is equal to 2.5 volts over 1/2 ohm, which is equal to 5 amps. Again, those are the initial conditions. As soon as the switch closes, 0 volts here, 2.5 volts here. The current is therefore 2.5 divided by 1/2 ohm. At t equal infinity, Vc is equal to Vs. There is no voltage drop across the resistor, therefore there is no current in the circuit. To find our equation for I of t, we first need to calculate tau. So tau is equal to Rc. In this case, it's 1/2 ohm multiplied by 310 farads. So tau is equal to 155 seconds. And from our previous work, we know that the current in the circuit as a function of time is equal to the source divided by R, which is another way of saying the initial current, which we said was 5 amps, multiplied by e to the negative t over tau, which is 155 seconds.